Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave Forex.com YouTube channel. This is Henry. Today is Tuesday, April 21st. The time is 3 a.m. GMT. So we're going to be presenting the chart of the SPY. This is the S&P 500 ETF 45 minutes chart. So what can we see here is that the rally, we are calling this as a 5 waves, in which you don't see all the labels, but you can see this is your wave 2, this is your wave 3, subdividing into another 5 waves of the lesser degree in the red degree, and this is the wave 4. And so now we are in the wave 5 on the way up, which will end either with 1 or with A, technically, right? Potentially can be with A as well when it is a 5 wave. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now looking to complete a diagonal within this wave 5 in blue. Now once that is finished, then we should be ending the entire 5 waves up. So if I zoom out a little bit to get an idea where we are, so this is the low from the COVID-19 sell-off in the S&P 500, March 23rd. From there we got a 5 waves similar to what we saw earlier here. This is 2, 3, and 4 in blue. So this is your 2, 3, and 4 in blue. This is the 1. So we got this 1, 2, 3, 4, and now in the process of finishing up the wave 5 as a diagonal. So once the SPY breaks below this rising trend line here, that could signal that this cycle is finished, right? This cycle can be finished any moment, and but if if it breaks below this channel, then that will signal it has ended. All right, and when that happens, then we could technically starting to do correction. Okay, so here you can count it this way, or I can count it. If I count it this way, right, then this could be counted as a diagonal already and finished, right? It could be counted as a diagonal and finished. So it could be finished any moment here, this cycle here. So it's kind of a little bit risky right now to keep chasing the long side. On the other hand, since it is a 5 waves, right, there is no 5 waves is unlike ABC or WXY, right? When it is a 5 waves, you do not technically you try to forecast a wave 5, the target from the wave 5 in a 5 waves, but if it is a 5 waves, technically speaking, the 5 waves can continue to extend as much as it can. Unlike correction like an ABC, WXY, in which if it is a correction and it is corrective by nature, then the 3 swings ABC or WXY should be finished in around 100% extension. Now 5 waves do not have that kind of expectation. It can continue to extend as much as it wants. So therefore, even though this cycle is about to finish, or we are calling it about to finish, that doesn't mean it is a good way, a good idea to try to, for example, to try to sell it fading a 5 waves, because like I said, 5 waves can always extend as much as it wants, unlike an ABC or a WXY. Now, can this be an ABC from here? Well, you can, perhaps if you want to try to do something like that, you can try to, and this is an ABC. If, let's say, if you want to do it this way, you can always force the count a little bit, for example, and then you're calling this, within the select. Now, if it is an ABC as an alternate, then we should be looking for, and now it hits the 100% exact here, as you can see, right? It's more or less hitting the 100%. So technically, again, if this is a correction, not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but if it is a correction like this, ABC, then we are more or less already hitting the 100%. We could finish this cycle anytime, and then it can break down. Now, if it breaks down below this trend line, we should at least get through this pullback to correct this cycle, right? If this is bearish, if this is not the real low, then you should be going like this. But if this is the low, then from here we could see at least a tourist pullback to correct this entire rally, right? This entire rally, like I said, currently is counted as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal. So the key again is going to be this break here. Once it breaks, you know the cycle is over, and then the expectation is we should be getting a 3 pullback, and then we'll let the move decide whether it's just going to be a pullback and then going higher again, like what we are showing here. Based on this count here, that means this entire move is labeled as a diagonal. Now in that diagonal scenario, then that means we should be only pulling back to correct this 5 ways diagonal. And then after that, as long as the low here holds, we could continue to extend higher again. Okay, so I know that a lot of people are very bearish with the market, okay, with the COVID-19 and so on, and I've been telling you guys to always, when we trade, we have an open mind towards either side, and it doesn't have you don't have to live and die by one view, right? Because otherwise usually that's not a good idea, because then you don't manage your risk and so on. So in this case, if you take a look at stocks like Amazon, Netflix, for example, just take a look at them and see where they are. They have already Amazon has already broken above that COVID-19 sell-off, a lot higher than that already right now. So you can see that it's not as bearish as you might think, the market. So therefore we have to really have some sort of open mind here. And like I said, I think if we are focusing on the shorter cycle, right, not betting on whether we're gonna go to a new high or we're just gonna go and do a huge sell-off like this. Okay, so setting aside those kind of expectation, what we can expect, at least with a higher degree of probability at this point in time, is this cycle is about to be finished. And once SPY breaks below that trend line, that should tell you the cycle is finished. And if this cycle is finished, the expectation is we should be getting at least 3 pullback. So that's all I think in terms of what we can expect in the shorter cycle. I think that's what we can expect for now, and then let the market decide from there whether we which kind of path it wants to do, because at this point it neither has any bullish like in our system, no bullish sequence, no bearish sequence. We are somewhere in the middle right now. So that's the update for today in the SPY. So looking for a pullback, basically it's as simple as that. Looking for a pullback soon to correct the cycle, especially if this rising trend line breaks. That should tell us that the cycle is over. Okay, so that's the update, and hope you enjoy it. Please do like and subscribe. And also I'm going to provide the 14 days free trial link for those of you who are new to our service and want to check us out. So see you all again tomorrow. Have a nice day to everyone.